I'm still in the middle of filling and sanding my rear quarters on my Porsche 996 to 991 GT3 RS conversion project. And that video will be coming very soon, but I thought I'd just take a little break and do something a little bit more interesting. And that's seeing if I can get these 991 GT3 DRLs working on my 996. Now, to get this DRL to work properly, I needed to get hold of the proper plug from Porsche that's going to work with this. Now, these plugs are hard to come by because they're only on a GT3 and above, so GT3 and GT3 RS. So to find a crash damaged one at breakers that have got these available and to then convince them to cut them off and send me the pigtails, well, I was getting some responses like, sorry we haven't got any, and others was, it's going £50 per plug. So we're into like £100 for the plugs. I thought, that's ridiculous. So I did a little bit of research. So if you look here on the parts diagram, the wiring at the front of these cars has two totally separate small looms. Ooh, interesting. So what I did, I made a note of the Porsche code numbers for these, and then we're just hunting down on eBay to see if I could find any. And guess what? I found someone on eBay selling the left-hand one. And I got this with a bit of negotiation for £47 delivered. I couldn't find the right-hand side, but having a look around, I found a company called Design 911. I've had stuff from them before. In fact, I think the headlights were from them. They have that loom. It's a bit more expensive, it's about £78. That's still a bit cheaper than getting those individual plugs with pigtails cut off a crash damaged car. A big bonus is that these small wiring looms both come with the side repeater plug for the indicator as well. So I ordered them straight away. With a couple of days, the left-hand side one arrived from eBay. And here it is. I'm hoping that the actual plug does fit my DRL, and I hope the side repeater plug fits my cheapo LED Chinesium side repeaters that I've bought. Right, let's get that cable out and let's check it on the bench. Right, let's open this packet and let's take out the actual cable. Right, there we have it. So it's got the longer, it's only short, like I say, it's got the bit there which should be for the DRL, and it's got the bit there which should feed to the side repeater. Test number one, will it fit my DRL? Fingers crossed. Oh yeah, perfect. So these are the Chinese indicators that I bought. And they're pretty nice actually. I think they're gonna look really good in place. Now they've got two connectors on here. One is for a ballast in case it affects your indicators, and the other one is for the cable. So this is where that cable should fit. Here it is. Let's see. Oh, yes, she fits perfectly. I have the wiring harness I need for this project. I just need the other side to come as well now, but that's not going to stop me. Let's go and let's have a mess around, see if we can wire up this side. So as usual, I've done my research on the wiring and I'll stick a copy of this up on the screen now. So this was the wiring that I used when I wired in the headlight. You see there on the left of the table is all the colours that came off the existing plug that plugs into the back of the headlight. And you've got the turn signal and the side light, which don't exist in the new headlights. I'm going to be tapping off those to power up the DRL and also the side repeater indicator. Now I've also got one more point to this DRL, and that is the DRL itself. Now also these headlights, if you remember, they had a halo built into them, and I've got a wire coming off the headlights that also is going to be part of the DRL. To do this, what I intend to do, go look from a fuse box not too far away and find a switch battery and run that wire down underneath here that I can then tap into and add to the wiring that I'm going to do for this DRL. So I'm going to go faff about with that, and I'll come back to you when I've made some progress. I'm going to do a temporary sort of tap of it all together, just see if it works, and then we'll do a final solution after that. Yes, look at this. We have the DRL flashing. And we have the side repeater, which is the LED one that I bought, all flashing nicely at the correct speed. Let me just talk you through what I've done. Right, so this is the mess I've got here, but don't worry too much on this, I'll talk you through. It's going to be straightforward really. We have this wire here, which is the turn signal indicator, and that's going down into this part of my wiring harness for the DRL and the repeater. What I've then had to do, because the repeater comes off on a separate wire on this, on the plug, I've looped that black and white wire, which was for the turn signal, just looped on this pink one into the bit that's also going to power the side repeater. Simple enough. And then we've got an earth, so I've just tapped off an earth here. That's the blue wire, just gone into an earth. And I've also tapped off the grey white, which is this one here. That goes in to here to connect to the side light, which I've just turned on now, so you can see that there. It's perfectly steady here. That jittering you're getting is just the camera. Now, the issue with this is, if I just disconnect this here, I'll show you what it is in a minute. Look what's happened. Everything's gone fast. So you need one of these inline resistors to be across. If I just put that back on there now, like that, and everything's gone back nice again. So what this is that LEDs have very little resistance in them. So when you connect them to a car electronic system like this car is looking for a resistance like what your original bulb had, which is just a small amount of resistance to let the car know there's a bulb at the end of the actual wire. If one of your bulbs blew, then the car says, aha, I've lost resistance at the end of that wire. I'm going to flash quickly to let you know one of the bulbs has blown. So we need to counteract that by putting a resistor across where the LED part is, and that should then replicate that we've got a bulb in that area. That is what this resistor is for. Now I did get resistors with these as well. Where is it? Here we are. So I did get a plug-in resistor that came with these side repeaters, but as you can see, it's working perfectly. It doesn't need the resistor in place. As you saw at the start of this, the rear indicator is working perfectly well. So next stage now is let me get that DRL working. Right, so we're all working now. I'll show you the wiring in a minute, but if we just turn on the ignition, as you can see there, we have the DRL now lit up. If we turn on the indicator now working on, you might just be able to see the side as well as the front, and turn on the headlights. Looking back at the mess of wiring here, don't worry, this will all get tidied up. The only one that's changed is this one here, and if you look, it's coming right from there. This has come from a switched fuse in the fuse box in the driver's footwell, and I've run it all the way here and plugged that in to the DRL. So whenever you turn the ignition on, you will always have the DRLs on. So there we go, that's the proof of concept, and it works well. I'm going to tidy all the wiring up. I can't do the other side just yet because I'm still waiting for that wiring harness. It's on back order, but what I have ordered, I've ordered the correct plugs that plugs in to the other side of this wiring harness that I bought for both sides. Those plugs should be here in a couple of days time, and then I can get those wired up correctly so it'll look like it's factory. Now I'll come back and show you that when it's done. For you it's going to be seconds, but for me it's going to be 2 or 3 days. 2 days later, and here they are. So yeah, I've got the two here. I'm not going to open that one because I haven't got the other wiring harness yet, so I'm going to leave that one till I get the wiring harness. But I can just do this one and I can show you this one in action, and then I'll just do the other one when the wiring harness appears. And so here we are, guys. This is my wiring here into this plug that I bought, and this is the one that come off the harness, and you plug that in there and that just connects all of those wires that I need it to. Now I've run the one wire that needs the resistor, so the resistor that we need here for the indicators, I'm going to mount that. I'm going to screw it to the actual frame of the car and just use the wire underneath the screw to get its earth for the earth side. And I've tested that and it does work. So we just put an earth on one side and connect this to the other side of the DRL indicator, and then that makes it stop flashing fast. So that's it, so that's my solution. Obviously this wiring harness, when I take the front bumper off, will mount this inside the front bumper correctly, so that plug will come up here somewhere, and yeah, plenty of room. Indicator is in here with the wires going through. All in all, well pleased with this solution. So that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed that as much as I enjoyed making it just for you, and hope it helps you if you ever get to do a project like this. So if you enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe to my channel because it really does help with the analytics, and give me the thumbs up for this video. And until the next time, stay safe.